Hey everyone, Sean here, and welcome back to another account journal update video of sorts. I really don't have an official name for these, but that's what they are. It's just an account update. Just want to show you guys where my account is at, if anyone is interested and curious as always. But it's also like a way for me to sort of like get things off my chest when it comes to some things Genshin related, and hopefully we can have some sort of discussion uh, when it comes to Genshin related stuff, blah blah blah, that sort of thing. So there's a lot of things to talk about, obviously. So I apologize if this is going to be a long video, but this is kind of how it is. It's just one of those like background videos like you can put have on and stuff like that. Obviously the biggest update and the biggest like sort of thing that's new in this video is Sumeru itself. Again, I do really like it so far, and I think it's probably the best region there is when it comes to the gameplay side of things, to say the least. Everyone has a subjection of sorts when it comes to the looks and everything, and which one looks the best and stuff like that. But in terms of just overall experiences so far and how the story goes and how the gameplay side of things go as well, with like the exploration and stuff like that, I think Samara is my favorite objectively, because of the quote-unquote puzzles in this game or in this region are pretty much like very much like digestible. They're not like tedious or anything like that when it comes to just like the time it takes you away from Sumeru versus like the ones that popped up in Inazuma, for example. With the cubes, you have to line them up, or the cubes you have to light them up in like in a certain order. That was always a bit of a headache. But these ones are very much doable, and they don't really feel like puzzles. They're kind of just like trials or anything. More ways than one. I don't know. I just really liked how it flows. It's just very refreshing in that sense, and it's been a very good region that's been treating me pretty well, and I have been doing pretty well for myself overall, like quest wise and stuff like that. I'm taking my time with it, like all the other um Genshin regional updates and stuff like that. Region updates, excuse me. And obviously, yeah, so there's a lot to talk about, but overview or overall of Sumeru, I just really like it. Even now, it hasn't really worn out on me or anything like that. There's more stuff to explore later on, and I definitely can't wait. There is a lot to collect, especially the Oculus, the treasure boxes, and things like that. It's just quite the treat. But also, there's gonna be a lot of time put into this region alone. So I'm fine with that though, because it's just more on the exploration and stuff like that. And I really do like what they do in order for you, in order for your exploration to be even more refined than already. And that's like the hookshot stuff, right? I really like the travel options, or the mobility options. I really like to like jump around from place to place with those hook shots, and it's just such a great shortcut to getting to places. Instead of like having to climb this mountain for like maybe 5 minutes or something like that, you can do that in like 30 seconds with the hook shot. At the most, really. It's just really nice. It's just a way to just get to stuff really quickly, and it really does not bog down your time. Your time is all more into like finding stuff, getting there in a quick amount of time, and you're getting to like the lore or the treasure you want to find, or things you want to collect really quickly, and you do have a better time overall. It really all adds up, really. I think that's the point I'm trying to make here. But yeah, there's just a lot to take in, a lot of green. I do like how it looks and stuff like that. Very neat. Kind of refreshing from like the more depressing or melancholy like sort of feel you do get from Inazuma, because it was under some sort of restriction, and there's lore reasons behind it. But overall, I think I really do like Samara better in that sense as well. But that's just my opinion on it. But you know, I do like, you know, places like Inazuma, for example. You know, all those places have their own signature, and definitely Samara has its own signature. But in terms of gameplay, this is like, it feels like the most optimized, or it feels the most just it flows the best, if that's a good way to describe it. But yeah, there's just a lot to talk about. So, but I do like Samara. Just get that out of the way. When it comes to the characters and stuff like that, obviously the new character that I got was Colette. Um, and right now, this my refinements with her. She's still at 6. I'm gonna hold off on leveling her up though right now. I do have like more materials and stuff like that. I just have to beat that the Dendro chicken or the terrorist room a couple more times just to get this one for sure. But this one I can just like forge it or whatever, or just get it from the fight itself. So shouldn't be too bad. I did the, you know, the most grudging part, which is to collect the mushrooms. But you know, here's the thing, right? Like I always go to the areas that do have them most, or there's like abundant amounts of them, and then I just call it, right? I don't really like look for the places that have like only a few of them, right? I mean, it does add up, sure, but it just kind of wastes my time. Just like any other material collecting like session, I just go to the ones that have a bunch of them, and I just call it a day. And then, you know, I just take it, you know, 2 days at a time, since these refresh for what 48 hours, right? Every 48 hours they come back. So I just like to take my time with it. But I do plan ahead and stuff like that, so I try to collect them ahead of time to ascend them quickly for the sake of like content creation and stuff like that. But you know, there are times where, you know, you have to wait for that region to open, and then the materials are available to you, and then you can collect them. So Colette is taking a bit longer than usual, but I'm not super invested into Colette. She's just there to apply Dendro. She's not a bad unit by any means. It's just that you definitely have to invest in a little more just to get more out of her. While with like Dendro Traveler, right? You already have him. You're likely to have him like, or him or her highly leveled, and also the of course you have like the artifacts for him and her, him or her, and stuff like that. They're already leveled up, so you don't have to waste time to level them up, right? I mean, there are people who don't level the traveler up, but for me, I already had him like level 80 and stuff like that. But I do like having Colette around because she has the arrows, so I can like shoot around and stuff like that for like puzzle reasons, or like hit those like plants that offer you the hook shot things. You know, stuff like that to activate the Dendro stuff is essentially what she is there for as well. She is just the Dendro applier, not so much the damage. The weapon I am rocking with her right now is the stringless. It does have elemental mastery, so that does help with the reaction game, and also her skill and burst do, you know, a little more damage, which is nice. It's just R1. I have the R5 one on Kujosara as of right now, because that's really the only other person who could use that, in my opinion, really. Otherwise, really, she had it previously. Yelan had it previously, the stringless, but then I switched it back to this one because of, you know, energy recharge, and she my Yelan is using Severed Fate, so it's, you know, running off of energy recharge bonus and stuff like that. So I just might as well do that, so to say. And also it also like helps out with her damage in a way, because even passively, because, you know, she doesn't have to be on the field to get the buffs, you know, whether it's 12, 20, or 28%, which is fine. I think it fits her pretty well. It's not a bad weapon. It's a good all-around weapon for the situation with Elon. But yeah, I mean, if you can, I mean, elemental mastery is pretty good. But I do like the extra energy recharge, and it also just makes up, kind of makes up for it with the damage buff that this weapon offers, stuff like that. How it's activated is pretty nice as well, because it is passive. um, whether they're on the field or not. So that's why they kind of been swapped around. I was swapping around the stringless in this one for Cole, because Cole does run off of energy or attack bonus, right? Attack percentage bonus for her skill and her burst damage, I think. I believe. Let's just check that out right now since we can. I believe it's in her passive somewhere, right? Oh yes, so what is it? The sprout effect will continuously deal dendro damage equivalent to 40% of Cole's attack. There you go. So the floral ring, which is from this one, right? So that one does get better with constellations, which is, again, she's like a high investment unit, which that's why people have put her off at first, but then it's like, well, she's not that bad, so you know, if you have her, you can use her and stuff, and she will do work. This is my artifacts for Cole for right now. I do have attack goblet as of right now, because I don't have a good dendro goblet at the moment. I do have one, which I can show you right now, which is right here, and it's pretty good for what it is. I mean, not the best, but not too bad either. I mean, it's got some HP in there, sure, but it still has some, you know, crit damage and rate, and attack is in there as well, so that might not a bad first one. Let me see if I can like stuff in some. Okay, a little bit, yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for right now, and I'm also running off of energy recharge because I want to apply more dendro as much as I can. That's my feather right there. Not too special. This one's also not too special with the flower, but it's just a support. She's a support unit, so nothing too crazy. And yeah, again, that's my talents, level 6 for all of them for right now. And I do have her, I almost forgot to mention, I do have her at C1 because I did get her from the banner first, and then the free Cole that they gave you from the story event, I guess. So for right now, she does have extra energy recharge, which is kind of nice. Doesn't quite work right now because of the lack of dendro units for right now. But when, you know, more and more dendro units come out, yes, this will be much more effective. But the rest of them are pretty nice to have, right? They're only going to help her, so obviously. So it will be nice to get her in the future. But she will be in the rotation forever, so that's fine. I'm not too hung up on that one. So that's pretty much the gist of it for Cole. I do like her aesthetically. I do like her gameplay-wise. I think she's fun. I do like her skill, like the boomerang thing. Pretty fun. I do like the pulsing, like, dendro effect that she has, right, from the floral ring. Especially when you activate it from Electro, which is really nice. He just goes really well with, as a dendro unit, goes really well with Electro, of course. Which is why, you know, Electro has now been getting a lot of love as of right now because of dendro. So, you know, it makes you wonder why they didn't touch Electro for a really long time, because they already had this in mind. But yeah, that's the major stuff that I have for Cole. Otherwise, I don't have anything too new, other than I don't know if I made a video about Kazuha and Hazel, so I guess we can go ahead and do that. I kind of forget, it's been a while. But anyway, yeah, this is Hazel from way back. Wow. I did get him. And right now, I'm actually using the Lost Prayer on Hazel. I previously had this on Yaimiko, but in the long run, I don't think she really benefits from it unless I'm really making her like the main DPS. But there are times where I have her as sub DPS with, like, you know, Raiden Shogun and like other units and such like that. I think she's a really good sub DPS unit for sure. You can make her into a main DPS unit, but I don't know. To me, for a lot of teams, she always winds up being a sub DPS, so that's why I kind of switched that out, something else. So that's why Hazel is currently rocking this right now. He does a lot of damage with other weapons as well. he does a lot of damage altogether if you have him built right and stuff like that. So I'll just quickly go over this stuff just in case I didn't already. This one's pretty good, right? With bit of rest and stuff. Oops. This one's okay considering that it is crit. It does have crit rate still. Energy recharge is not necessary, but it's all right. Animo, right? We got more crit rate on that one. This one's pretty good, right? 20% crit damage, almost 10% crit rate on that one. And yeah, this one's also a similar story with the elemental mastery as well. So I do have the veteran set for Hazo for right now because I think the swirl damage the swirl damage shred is really nice. So that's his stats for right now, looking pretty okay, all things considered. That's his crit rate right now. Look at that, 80% with 172 crit damage, so it's pretty good, all things considered. I do have the crit rate weapon, so that's why. So yeah, it is pretty nice. I do have him currently at C3. I almost forgot I had him at C3. This one is pretty beefed up right now, I think, right? Which is this. I do want to crown that eventually, because that's where a lot of his damage comes from, too. This one doesn't do all that much. Even though he was said to be a burst damage unit or whatever, which is funny to me still. From Hoyoverse. So yeah, that's my Hazel for right now. Who else? Oh yeah, Kazuha. Let's go over Kazuha real quick in case I didn't already. So this is my current build for him, which is VV, the VV build, the Vitterescent build, 4-piece. This one could have been better, but hey, it is Elemental Mastery, so all things considered, it's not, you know, not too bad. I just want that Elemental Mastery, really. There's my feather, right? Look at that defense percentage. But it is what it is. Here's my flower for him. Pretty nice with that energy recharge and crit. What is it? Rate. This one is kind of whatever. A lot went into HP. Whatever. It's Elemental Mastery, so that's fine. This one's also a Elemental Mastery Goblet with quite a bit of a spread there. But yeah, crit damage is there, so it's fine. The main stat is what we're after, really. So yeah, all of them are Elemental Mastery, as you can see, and then the weapon is the recharge, energy recharge weapon, which is Favonia's sword, which is actually a really nice combo that someone or some people in the content creating side of things were able to, you know, really clarify nicely, because this is a really nice setup. I do like the energy recharge setup that this has, because you do get more elemental mastery from here, unlike the weapons. So you're better off going for this sort of setup, which is an energy recharge weapon and the artifacts with the elemental mastery from the artifacts, rather than the other way around, because I don't think there's any elemental mastery weapon that I have when it comes to 4-star side of things with the any high like energy or elemental mastery. 165 I think is, yeah, okay, yeah, so 187, that's it's still higher, so my point still stands. But yes, I do have level 10 Kazuha Slash. That's I think that's a pretty good crown to use. Level 8 on his skill. I'll work on that later. That's fine. We're all about that burst for right now, which is nice. He's been a really good unit. He's been really helpful in the Spiral Abyss. So I see the power of Kazuha, man. I see it, man. I believe it. I'm a believer. You know, all the people have been praising Kazuha ever since his debut, right? Even though he was like initially put off before the banner came out. But now people are like Kazuha, 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 you know, when it comes to animal units. So yeah, I definitely see why. But yeah, oh yeah, and I was lucky enough to get him C1. I just randomly did a 10 summon during the latest Kazuha banner, when Hazel came out, I believe as well, right? I got him again in just a random like 110 summon like pull, because I just did it for the memes for myself, off recording or not recording, off streaming. It was pretty funny, but this is really nice. The reset on his skill when he uses burst is really, really nice. So yeah, so overall this is a nice setup for, a 4-star weapon in the artifacts I have. I'm not too crazy when it comes to weapons, so that's why I only rock mostly the 5-star or 4-star weapons, excuse me. For most units anyway. I only get lucky for certain weapons. For example, Raiden Shogun. Right, she's been really, really just been hitting hard as of late because of Dendro as well. On top of the fact that she is just a battery for everyone, you know. And just a quick little update from Yai Miko. She is now rocking the Solar Pearl. Now it's R5, which is pretty nice. So that you get that 40% bonus for both elemental skill, elemental burst damage, and also her normal attacks, because both of them do activate, right? So if you hit him with the normal attack, you get the elemental burst and skill buff. But also, if you hit him with the skill and burst, you also get the normal attack buff as well, which is pretty nice. So they work actually simultaneously, according to most sources anyway. Is what I gathered anyway. So this is a nice weapon overall. Nice 4-star weapon overall. It's not technically free to play, but it's a low budget weapon. You can get it pretty easily as long as you put your time into it and a little bit of money. And yeah, it's a pretty solid weapon for a lot of Catalyst users anyway that are main DPS, I'd say. She still is rocking the 2-piece Thunder Fury and 2-piece Gladiator for right now, along now with a attack goblet rather than a electro goblet. Just because I do want to bring up her attack, or keep her attack as high as I can. And she always applies electro anyway, so I don't think that matters too much in this case particular. But I don't think it's too bad to rock either one. I think they both do similar damage, but I feel for me, I get better numbers from here, I think. I don't know. I mean, I guess it really depends on the situation of things, like what enemy I'm fighting and stuff like that, and the resistance and whatnot. I guess pretty situational, or pretty similar in between, depending on the situation. So I just use attack because it's it's a universal thing. It just looks nicer on the stats. So, but nonetheless though, look at her crit rate. It's 80%, 170 on the crit damage, and energy recharge is almost 160. So quick overview of her artifacts. Nothing too crazy, right? I do want to get more thundering stuff now that the strongbox has been updated and stuff like that. And not speaking of which, I have been getting some really good feathers and flowers from the strongbox update, including this one. This one I actually caught on video, or streaming rather. And for those who were wondering, this is what the piece came out to be. Look at the crit damage, man. 25%, almost 26. Attack is 10, and crit rate is 5. It's not too bad on there, but the crit damage, pretty nice. But either way, I would have taken anything really, because all the stats, it's really nice. Right now, Diluc is rocking it, sure. I'm not actually. I don't know if this I mean, I wonder what the crit value is for between Diluc's flower and Yoimiya's flower. But I think overall, this might actually be the better artifact. So I don't know. Maybe I'll rock this instead because, yeah, the elemental mastery and crit damage are higher. Um, all the other stats are pretty high. So I don't know. It's just I will lose out on some of the crit rate, or no, excuse me, crit damage. Wow, excuse me. But yeah. Anyway, this one was a really good flower that I got from the strongbox. I really do like the strongbox update. It's been wonderful for me. So yeah. So that is I think the gist of it when it comes to some characters. When it comes to other updates and stuff like that. But yes, because of the strongbox update, I feel like my Yoimiya is a lot better. I do want to actually maybe now that we're here, let's just check it out here. So what was that? It was 180-ish. Well, almost 190. Yeah, look at that. Right. Switch this out, and let me see the numbers here now. So her numbers only go up by 2%, which is not all that much. And not to mention her crit damage went all the way down to like below 180. So I think I'm actually going to take that back and put that into back into Diluc. Although it's pretty strange though because but you know what, the math does make sense though. Now that I think about it. The problem here is that all my other crit rate stuff is pretty low, so that one's like 2% only. This one's, oops, let me try to go over here. This one's not too bad. This one's one of the better ones. Yeah, this one's the 2% one as well. But here's the thing to consider though. Yoimiya does attack pretty fast, so I think that overall is probably balances things out, quote unquote. This one's one of my interesting looking feathers here because while it has all the stats I want, most of it went into attack, as you can kind of see here. Kind of a funny feather here. But hey, attack is not too bad, right? This one also has attack, almost 10%, HP. But yes, I've been rocking the Crimson Witch 4-piece set for Yoimiya. Previously, like in the past, I've had 2-piece Crimson and 2-piece Gladiator, which was okay. But I feel like this one is going to be really good because of how the reactions are nowadays. Especially, you know, Virgin, Burning, and blah blah blah. You know. So, I've always used Yoimiya with like Xingqiu, Yilon, you know, stuff like that. So it works. It definitely works. I feel like this is the more consistent artifact set for Yoimiya, rather than like a Shinomiya or whatever it's called. The one with like, yeah, you get 50% more attack for spending some energy type of artifact. I forget what it's called. You'd be around here. Shiminawa, yeah, Shiminawa. The Shiminawa set is, I don't know. I don't like it overall. It works for some people, right? Maybe Hu Tao could make use of it, but I'm a reaction guy. I like reactions. There's always a reaction going on anyway with my teams, but might as well capitalize on said reaction. So that's why, like, you know, characters like Hu Tao have, you know, also a Crimson set, 4-piece. You know, previously I had this, oh, this is a tragic piece, but previously I had an attack sans on Hu Tao. I didn't even realize. I was like, oh, what the heck? Because she's not an attack person, she's a HP person, so that's why I tried to snatch out a HP sans from Crimson Witch as soon as I could, and this is the piece I got. Unfortunately, I know most of it, or if not all of it, went into defense, so that's a pretty tragic thing. But eventually we'll find a better sands, HP sands for Hu Tao someday. For Hu Tao someday, excuse me. His Crimson hat with the crit damage is also could be better. Ish? I mean, it's not. Actually, it's not too bad. The crit rate is 10%. That's fine. All things considered. This one's pretty good for Hu Tao. This one's pretty good for Hu Tao. Not too bad. This one is a tragic piece. I think this is the one. This one's pretty good, all things considered. But yeah, this is I would like to swap that out as soon as I can. Really. I wonder if let me see. Now I'm like looking for. Oh yeah, Yanfei. I'm like slowly building Yanfei as we speak. Just slowly, because there's a lot of units I want coming out, and it's just hard to manage everything. Oh wow, I got like a similar feather stuff. HP, crit damage, HP, crit damage. Yeah, that's pretty funny. We should probably look into these, see what I get, and possibly switch this one out. Possibly for any of the Crimson stuff, and then hopefully I can find a pretty good like crit damage. Or no, not this one. Yeah, get the HP sands from here. Like if there's anything good here. Let's see. That one's okay. This one could be pretty good. Right? Potentially. That one's defense, so no. I want something like, oh, this one could be pretty good. This one is pretty good. Again, potentially. Yeah, you can't go wrong with any of them, right? These ones are pretty nice. This one, I might actually have my eye on this one because of the Elemental Mastery. Because, you know, again, Elemental Mastery has like way more value now than ever with all the reaction stuff nowadays. This one, not so much. That one's like support piece. That one, oh yeah, I'm gonna dump that someday. We'll do another video on the strongbox stuff. It'll be a short one, but whatever. Someday. This one could potentially be a good one, but we already have something that we already know is going to be good. So this one, yeah. Well, I'd rather put my marbles into this one than any of the other pieces for right now. So I do have my eye on that. So yeah. Anyway, D-Look has been kind of shoved around a bit with his artifacts. I've been switching in and out. This one's gotta go someday, man. This one's gotta go, son. Yeah. That's why I kind of like held off on leveling it up, because that one sucks. Really, simply put. I mean, yeah, I don't really have anything else that could help out D-Luke here. Unfortunately. Anything else that I did with my units? Not so much, right? I'm gonna work on her too someday. I do want a full Thundering Fury set, just because of any of these like reactions would be nice, because it does take off 1 second off the cooldown from her skill, which is like very important. So I might as well take advantage of that. So I'll try to build her a full Thundering Fury set for official, because she is way more valuable than she ever was, right? She already was pretty good, but then the Dendro stuff came out, and then boom, she just skyrocketed in value. I think, anyway. Oh, Shinyan. Someday you'll be fixed, I hope. But that's just probably copium talking. Anyway. Now, okay. We gotta talk about this though. So Lisa, at the moment, is holding the artifacts for the upcoming healer that I'm hoping to get, which is Kokomi. Kokomi is somebody who I thought was going to be pretty bad or just not optimal because she was looked at as a Barbara, but um, way more expensive. But now that she's been out for a while, we know what she's got going for. She is pretty valuable. She is pretty up there as a hydro applier, but she also can do some decent damage and she heals pretty good. So she does have value, and she is just constantly applying hydro. So I do really want her now, especially after trying her out in one of the trial events or something like that. It was like one of those events where you can like try out a bunch of like units and stuff like that. I forgot what it was, but it was an eye opener for me, and so I definitely see her value now, or now not now, but during that time, and now I really do want her. So to the point where I'm actually saving up Primo Gems for her specifically, which she should be coming out pretty soon as I record this. So I'm actually this is actually my set for her. So I'm gonna go for the Ocean Hued Clam. So it'll give me some extra damage while I'm healing. So that's nice. So this one is pretty funny. Although it went most into defense, I got some with energy recharge. I got some into crit damage and then crit rate, of course, which is unnecessary, sure, but it is what it is. That's all I got for right now. Here's my feather for her, again with the crit damage and crit rate. I don't have too much Ocean Clam options for right now. I did some farming from there. I didn't get too much of the good stuff, unfortunately, on my end when it comes to RNG. So the only good thing is the HP percentage, really, from this feather, unfortunately. This, oh wait, no. This one's looking better, right? Because all HP, right? Or there's 2 HP stuff. Elemental Mastery is good because reactions, and the energy recharge because of her burst. And of course, I've been hearing that she does run out. She has some sort of bonus from healing bonus. So that's actually really nice. So I will consider having a healing bonus a helmet of sorts, or circlet. And here's my goblet for right now. It is HP. Unfortunately, it's not a hydro case by any means. But for what it is, it's okay. It's got energy recharge on it, and crit damage is continuing to be a thing here. It's just hilarious. But that's all I really got, right? Yeah, that one's an animal, so that's a no for me, bro. Although this would not be too bad because it does have, what is it? Flat HP, which is it's helpful. Maybe I'll consider that. But at the same time, I've already rolled into this one, so I might as well stick with it. Cut my losses a little bit. That's my clam, or that's yes, that is a clam, but that is a sans HP sans, and it's, look at this, like, right, like, what's with the crit damage? Like, come on, man. We have a recurring theme here. It's like, oh, we want to do crit damage, but she can't because she has a negative crit rate, so it's kind of stupid. See what I'm saying? But energy recharge is there. I do have the HP percent main stat, so it's okay. So yeah, Lisa is just holding it for her until she comes out. Hopefully I can get her. Yeah, catching got more value because of Dendro too, along with all the other Electro characters. So I would like to build her someday. I do have her at C2, funny enough, because of 50/50s. Look at that. She is ready to make some stuff happen. Or what is it? What was I gonna say? Um, but yeah, I mean that's pretty much like the gist of it. She's holding artifacts here because of Ganyu. Ganyu. This is the Ganyu stuff. I'm trying to build a Wanderer's Trope Ganyu someday. This one looks pretty good, right? Look at that. I have yet to build this one, so we'll see about the stats on that one. This one is pretty good, all things considered, for an off piece. Crowd damage. It could be better, but whatever. It is what it is. For damage right here for right now, it's not great, but you know that's all I got. I wonder if put on this one. If I have any like other. I mean, I guess this is. Well, I don't know actually, because element to mastery, right? What's more valuable, element to mastery or attack percentage, right? For Ganyu. I don't know. I guess we'll throw it in there right now. For now. Keywords. I guess it all depends, right? I mean, if we're gonna run reactions, right, with Ganyu. I mean, he has also flat attack, so that kind of helps, I guess. Yeah, it's just a matter of working on the other pieces, really. I think it's always the sands or the goblet that I gotta work on, really. This one's not too bad. He does have a HP bonus thing, which is funny. I always kind of forget sometimes. That's my Yalon for right now. She's not leveled up by any means, but I would like to build her someday because she looks really fun. Oh yeah, this is like my Chiminawa said that I was gonna use for someone like what's oh yeah, Yoimiya, but it probably worked better if it was someone like Hu Tao, because you don't really need that much from her burst. It's just her skill is where her damage comes from, I think, anyway. I thought it was the other way around back in the day, but it's actually her skill that does her that brings out the damage, really. I think her burst is just there to like heal her, honestly. So, and you don't want to heal her too much, so there is that as well. So I think this is gonna be my Hu Tao Shiminawa set someday. Keywords. And because Hu Tao is now, I forgot to show this off. Hu Tao is using this. It's a crit rate weapon, so it's actually been doing pretty good damage too. All things considered, I don't have the staff of Homa. Ugh, I want that staff someday. But because it would work for like both Zhongli and what's her face, Hu Tao. But yeah, it is what it is for right now. So I guess we can still rock a goblet, right? A pyro goblet. Let me see. So this one would have to be crit damage, right? Yeah, we don't have anything at the moment, so we'll just have to leave it at that. HP sands. I guess, because it has crit rate. Right, yeah. I don't know, actually. We do have enough crit rate, right? Oh, I don't know. It really depends on the set, really, but I don't know. Anyway, I'm being indecisive. Oops. Feather looking pretty good, right? Because, yeah, this one's already leveled up. Well, when I mean good, I mean okay. Let me see here. Oh, this one looks pretty good, actually, because... Yeah. I think, in fact, I'm gonna do something cheeky right now. We're doing it for the video. Come on, baby. None of it went into... You gotta be kidding me, man. None of it went into, Crit damage, man. Wow. Jeez Louise. We kind of just lost a potential. I mean, it was level 20 anyway. It's not gonna go higher, but still. Do I have a pyro thing here? Oh no, this is gonna be off piece. So, but anyway, um, I think the next thing they need to work on really is like the artifact farming. I think you should be able to, first off, reroll substats or reroll stats altogether. That's like what a lot of gotchas let you do. Gotcha RPGs let you do. You know. And I guess that would be it for right now. I have no other pyro stuff out. Damn, surprising. That would be really pretty nice later on. Artifact loadouts would be really great, honestly. So that way I don't have to have people like holding like this character, for example, Aloy. You know, holding artifacts for Hu Tao, for example. I don't need to do that, right? If that feature was a thing. You know, I can have like a big, you know, damage Zhongli instead of a big shield Zhongli. You know, that would be fun. It really would help change things up for a lot of characters on the fly. You know, Kaya's holding the this set, the Echo set for Ayato. Even though it kind of sucks at the moment, it's not a great set at the moment, but it is better than nothing, I guess. But speaking of which, I do have a change with Zhongli, and now he's rocking this one. It's the 3-star black tassel. While the passive or whatever is pretty useless, unless I am finding a bunch of slimes. The HP main stat is really nice, you know. And so all the other pieces, right? HP, and more HP. So his look at his max HP, man. He looks pretty thick with the shields, right? And if I do rock the team with Elon, Xingche, Zhongli, and Hu Tao, it is disgusting. Everyone benefits from it, man. The HP boost that they get from the Hydro Resonance, it's pretty disgusting, man. I'm telling you. That team is on the up and coming because of that, too. So the Hydro stuff got buffed as well during Sumeru, which is actually really nice because of the HP buff, man. And they took away the healing bonus, right? For the better, because only a few characters benefit from it. And it's not like healing is not that much of a deal for certain situations. It's really niche. That's why you just might as well like be like, hey, why don't you just increase the HP where more characters can benefit from it? Because max HP can increase damage, it increases healing, and of course tankiness, right? So it just it's just a way better buff overall. Oh yeah, here's my Dendro travel at the moment. So what I have here is at the moment the 2-piece emblem and 2-piece Noblesse Oblige. And so this is what it's really looking like right now. So he's just like reaction, Dendro applying type of person. My traveler. I wonder if I have a better thing right now for my traveler, but I highly doubt it at the moment. But where is Noblesse Oblige? I must be blind. There you are. That one sucks. That one sucks. So that's a no, pretty much. Actually... Well, why don't I just do this for right now since that's higher leveled, right? Let's just do a comparison. Let's see. So, Um. Yeah, I just get more range and recharge. It's just higher level. I don't think any of these stats do benefit too much, other than it would have been nice to see elemental mastery. The more elemental mastery, the more reactions, or the better reactions, essentially. And in fact, let me see if I can find anything that could be potentially suitable. Which is a no, unfortunately, because Kaza already has the Elemental Mastery Goblet at the moment, which is fine. I'm all for it. We could just do this one with Kazuha, but he would be a more of a selfish unit, if you know what I'm saying. So I'd rather just have this at the moment. Elemental Mastery. Actually, why am I... no one's using it, so I might as well just use that. Oh, you know why? Because it's energy recharge. That's why. I think that one's pretty important. So I think his energy recharge just went up by a lot because of just this alone. So, all right. Nothing much else for my characters and stuff like that. I know it's been a long video, but it is what it is. It's something for me to kind of vent and get out stuff from my chest when it comes to Genshin Impact stuff, and it's just one of those like things I kind of like doing with these videos, is just to talk about stuff, show off some stuff, these update videos. But let me show you one last thing, one of the last things I should say. Look at this. It's so nice having all these team slots. All right, here's the HP team. That's pretty nasty for bosses. I was using this team to get the hydro hypostasis, or whatever it's called, the blue cube, so I can get the stuff for Kokomi. So can't wait to try to pull for her. I've been using this team for exploration stuff because he can go up, I can go cruising and recover stamina at the same time. She is just cruising, and of course his shield. This team, though, I've been rocking in the Abyss, and that has helped me clutch it out for the 36 stars, in a way. This is I like to call this the machine gun team because of these two, and of course Yoimiya, of course, and then Toma with the shields and the pyro resonance, which just provides more extra attack. In fact, let's check it out right now. The HP resonance works for Toma because of his shields run off of HP. So it's pretty funny. And nice. He's got that chunky 36 HP. HP. Right. He got this for his weapon. Which kind of works because it's elemental skill, normal attack and charge attack increase for 16 whatever. So it's like 32% altogether. That's pretty nice. Nice to some degree. I kind of want to crown this someday if I have a lot of crowns lying around, which I do at the moment, but I'm saving those for like the rest of my DPS units. I would like to very much crown someday. Yeah. That's my 2-piece set for Emblem and Tenacity. But yes, either way, he definitely benefits from it. Thanks to these two. And Yoimi, of course, has that attack boost. Which is 24, which is not too bad. I think without it, she's like 21-ish. So let's just oops. Let's just do this then. Oh, okay, so 2200. So that's not too bad, all things considered. I mean, it is a 25% attack boost. So let's just keep that in mind. At the moment, this is my current team when I'm like exploring out, though. Funny enough, because, well, actually, let me switch out. Oh, I do switch out Jean and Sayu back to back, depending on the situation of things. I like having Yoimiya because she's constantly throwing out electricity or electro. So that way she can activate the mushrooms and stuff like that easily. And whenever she jumps down, right, she can do this. And I can like easily jump from the activated mushroom to get that boost. For those who don't know, you can actually boost or jump by activating the big green mushroom, throw electro at it. It does that activation thing, and then yeah, jump on it. You'll get a much bigger boost in height whenever you do that. Well, yeah, I like having Kole with Yai Miko, obviously, because of Dendro Electro stuff. Pretty nice and fun to do, you know? So, alright, that's pretty much all I can say. Other than, yes, I do have some of the Dendro stuff or artifacts at the moment. As you can kind of see. Some of them are not locked, so you can kind of see what it kind of looks like here. All the trash ones I don't have locked or anything like that. Those are going to go into the strong box someday or someday soon. I'm probably going to do that during the Kokomi stuff. And yeah. I'm pretty much overall pretty ready for Kokomi. I should be. Otherwise, I have to just collect as much XP books as much as I can. And stuff like that. Otherwise, really, this is what I have for the wishes. I do have a 10 summon and a couple more over here, and my pity is around 60 at the moment. So that means at the most all I have to do is 3 more 10 summons. So 30 pulls. It's not too bad with this one, because I think that's about half, right? So let's just do our math right now. 160 times what? 30. So let's pull out the old calculator here. So yeah, that is below half of that. So, and plus the fact that we have primo gems over here as well. Or I'm sorry, 10 wishes over here already. And we get more from the shop as well, so that's going to be helpful. And hopefully I get Kokomi during my my initial run here. Once this ban updates, of course. And I've been saving my standard wishes so that until 3.1 comes up, yeah, I'm waiting for 3.1 to come up so I can try to see if I can pull Tighnari eventually, or Tighnari eventually. That is the plan of things. The weapon I'm going to avoid, of course. I'm going to avoid like it's the plague, because the weapon that she gets, Kokomi, the weapon that Kokomi gets is not really beneficial for, I don't think, anyone really. So, unfortunately, he kind of got botched on that one. And I forgot to mention about that too, actually. So, this is actually really pretty helpful, I think. You know, using an elemental burst regenerates energy, but also it regenerates HP, so it's actually pretty nice. Really, otherwise, I don't think I have anything else that's helpful for Kokomi. Other than this, right, all the energy recharge stuff is beneficial because of, obviously, you know, you definitely want to help out your team that way. But this one's, yeah, it's gonna help her, make her super tanky. Not only that, but you know, you get a nice little extra bonus in there too. It's already R5 as well, so I just R5'd it as of recent. But this one also could be pretty fun to use because of the switching thing. You do have to take into mind though, it does have a 20-second cooldown. But if you do the math, technically it is 10 seconds. So yeah, if you go from Kokomi to the next person, hopefully that next person is your main DPS, because that's how it works. It only applies to one character, unfortunately. But it is what it is. Actually, do I have... Ooh, do I have a fang? Or horn, tusk, whatever that is? I'm doing all this in one video, so it's fine. I kind of expected this to be a long video anyway. Oh, actually, we don't forge it here. Oh yeah, we have to go up there. I'm still trying to get used to the layout of this place. Can we make ourselves 1 gold? Oh, it looks like we can't. Dang. Not so much, unfortunately. What could we? Activate the... Oh, no, it's 4 days. Dang it. Oh, well. Alright, I think that's really much it. That's really all I got to talk about when it comes to this stuff. Really? I mean, the only other big update is that I got this R4, so... One more, and then... What's it looking like? 40%. Okay, that's pretty nice. Ayato's been getting some work in too as well, with Kole and Shinobu as well, because Shinobu also benefits from the Dendro stuff, funny enough. Which I'm honestly, I don't know, I may plan to just probably switch that up. I don't know, maybe Elemental Mastery could be really good, so that's why I probably should switch that up, possibly with a like one of the Elemental Mastery sets or something like that. Because what does a new set do? Let me see. I think it's up here. They always put the new ones up here, I think. 80, right? The other one's 80, right? Also. Yeah. So either of these ones could be really beneficial for reaction stuff. I should probably play around with that, honestly. That could be a fun thing to do. But as is, she's doing okay. Actually, what if I switch this one out just for just Elemental Mastery? Just the Elemental Mastery, like... Oops. Helmet. Let me see. I could be pretty useful. That one has HP, so hey, I could probably potentially play around with that. Right, because I mean, it would be nice to have that healing bonus, right? Just to keep my team alive in some situations, but we all about that reaction damage, so I'll play around with it someday. So anyway, I don't want to hold you guys up too long or too much longer. So thank you very much for tuning in for this video. Always kind of fun to just blabber on about Genshin and see if anyone wants to stick around for this long, because honestly it's like an hour now ish. So that is the nature of these account update videos. There was a lot to talk about, honestly, because of the Samara stuff. It was a big update. It was a big update, so understand that much. All right. Then I'll let you guys go for reals. Don't forget to like and subscribe and join the membership and all that stuff. Really helps out, and I do appreciate it. Along with all the other links in the description. Those are all going to be helpful either way if you partake in those. But anyways, that is it for this account update journal video thing for Genshin Impact. And I'll do another one whenever Kokomi comes out, and we'll see what happens from there. So until then, I'll see you all in the next video. Oh yeah, I'm going to be streaming the Kokomi stuff, so Don't miss. Hopefully you guys can come out and hang out for that stream. So until then, hopefully I see you there, and hopefully I see you all in the next video. John out.